You is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be doing another episode of our MyTEAM makeover, in which you guys down below drop your squads and MTM out, as well as tell me whether you are on current gen or next gen. I hope you build your squad. Now, before we dive any further into this today, if you are new to my channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're on the road to 110,000 subscribers. Also, kind of a shout out, make sure to follow me on Twitter to stay up to date on this, because otherwise you would have no chance to submit your squad. I'll put these out every couple of weeks, maybe once a month, and you guys got to comment your squad for a chance to be featured. Shout out to my guy Blasian here with his first squad. Says he has 200,000 MT as well. Now, here's the thing. I know Blasian plays more triple threat offline more than anything else. So as long as you got 3 guys, good for that, or just your enjoyment level, that's what's important. But if we're actually trying to build a squad, there's one oddball out, and that's a bonus. I know he said his bonus has 41 Hall of Famers. I just still think he is the odd man out. So you might be asking, okay, Ty, if Sabonis is the odd man out, who are you thinking of replacing him with? Now, for me, I guess I'm biased. I would prefer a power forward that can move a little better. So, you know, when we go over to 2K database, we can look at some of the top power forwards in the game. I mean, that are not invincibles, that are not end games. You can look at Hero Hakeem, for example, who I'm pretty high on. Maybe Hero Kareem. Those would be maybe 2 of the top guys on my list. Another guy, Ben Wallace, if you really want to go there. But that's really the only suggestion I got for your squad. This next squad here comes from Danny here. He says he's got 93,000 MT, and all I can say is this squad needs a lot of work. He says he needs a starting small forward and center before anything else. And I honestly agree with that. So at the center position, it's simple, okay? Get Taco Fall. I would probably recommend this Taco Fall for what your MT amount is at right now, because, I mean, not to say your MT is in that bad a position, but it's just not in a great position. Small forward position, I'm actually going to recommend picking up this Tracy McGrady Gamma card. Probably the cheapest Tracy McGrady 55 Hall of Famers. You're going to have a lot of success with him. And even at the shooting guard position, I would recommend changing that out. Now, again, this is just my opinion. If you're going to give me your type of a squad, I am going to go through and change some things. Now, the small forward I would recommend picking up for your specific squad would be the small forward out of position Giannis Antetokounmpo card. This card is really, really cheap and a card that I personally love. Once you got that, your starting lineup's fine. Yes, your bench, again, could use some work. You could pick up Yao at the backup center for really cheap. Small forward position, you could go with KD for a cheap price. And then after that, your squad is complete. So Vince, get rid of him. Okay, that's what you got to do. You got to get rid of Vince, pick up Giannis, put T-Mac there at the 3, put Taco Yao at the 5, put Taco Yao at that 5, and then just change out Jason Tatum for KD. My guy here, Josu, says he has 100,000 MT with this squad, and he says Jokic is going to be coming home soon. Should he replace KD with him? Now, the first thing I would say is W having J.R. Smith. I like all J.R. Smiths. Now, that's just my thing. He says he hasn't replaced Bob Nedelecki, and I don't think you need to. I personally love Bob Nedelecki because of his release. So, let's just do this. If you had this squad and you got Jokic, what would you do? Well, I think a lot of that is preference-based. He said, does he replace KD? I don't think so. The only guy I think he could replace is James Harden. I mean, if you wanted to slide Harden to that 2 and run Jokic at the 1 because they're free, you could do that. I mean, but it's really hard. Another thing you could do is slide KD to that 3, Giannis to the 4, and remove Bob Nedelecki from this squad. I feel like if you do get Jokic, you have some flexibility, but that's all I've got for this squad. Next squad here is sent in by my guy Pay, and he said the only untouchable is OG. Now, do I like that? Not really, because I don't love OG Anunoby, but the first thing that I see with this is that takeoff Jason Tatum at the backup 4 is horrible, okay? So what am I thinking with that? Well, what I personally would do is I'd move Mark Williams to that starting power forward, move Yao to the backup center, just because I like them both at that center position more. And then for the power forward position, it's the same thing that we literally just got done talking about. Now, you can go through them. You know, Hakeem is really good. I definitely like him. Ben Wallace, we've already touched on. If you do want to plug in a guy like Jalen Duren, Boncaro, I mean, the options are definitely there at that power forward position. Heck, you could plug even in a Giannis type card if you know, he's not in the lineup already. Now, with that being said, so maybe Giannis, maybe that type of guy instead of Tatum. After that, this squad is good. I mean, if you don't want to touch OG, the only big replacement I see is Jason Tatum. Next squad here is sent in by Jay. He says he has 1.2 million MT and he wants me to spend everything he has. So, first thing is if you play both gens, you're going to pick up this Luka, because he's a buyout. So you're going to pick up this Luka, the best player on next gen, and you're going to pick up Michael Jordan, the best player on current gen. Both these cards should be buyouts ahead of the leaks. Now, by the time you guys see this, we might have a better idea on what the leaks are. And so if Luka or MJ gets leaked, he's going to be really cheaper. And your question is, okay, who do they replace? Well, James Harden is the first guy. I mean, I feel like on current gen, Harden can still play. Maybe you just slide T-Mac to the 2, something like that. Dr. J should not play at all, though. So you definitely got to replace that Dr. J card. I don't mind Daryl Dawkins. I don't mind Keegan Murray. I really think it is picking up that Luka Doncic and Michael Jordan. Those are the main things I see. Now, obviously, if you want the best team in the game, you've got to pick up some more cards too. So I already see you already do got Shaq. Now that is a W. You got endgame Shaq. Where else could you do? What else could you do as far as upgrading your team? Well, you could pick up a guy like Carmelo Anthony instead of Keegan Murray because he is going to be the better option. But the main thing I would recommend you doing if you really want to upgrade your team is just upgrading the 75th Giannis to the endgame Giannis. Pick up Luka and MJ as well as upgrading your Giannis. I think those 3 things are the main things you need to worry about. Next squad here is sent in by KJ. He says 130K on next gen and 17 wins away from C-Web. We're going to talk about your squad with Chris Webber. I don't like Chet Holmgren. If you like him, do what you got to do. I do not like the card. Now, once you get Chris Webber, he easily just replaces that Thon Maker. So then it's after that, what should you do? And I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody. If you're on next gen and do not have Luka Doncic, what are you doing? I don't care if you replace Harden. I don't care if you replace Jokic. But you have, or even, heck, even KD. I don't care. You have to pick up Luka Doncic. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Next squad here is sent in by my guy Tyler on Twitter. He does play on next gen. Now, the first thing I noticed with this are his power forwards and centers are perfect. I'm not touching the power forward center position. Ralph is perfect. I haven't even talked about Ralph, but if you need a budget power forward, that's who to pick up over Boncaro or anybody else. I haven't really thought of Ralph, but yes, Ralph is the man with the plan. That's why you got to make sure you watch the whole videos because, I mean, there's 5,000 cards in my team, so sometimes I forget about guys like Ralph. Now, your shooting guard position is super, super, super weak. Now, one player I definitely recommend you picking up is this card right here. Now, what are you going to do if you pick up this card? Well, you plug Giannis in right here for Richard Jefferson. I'd plug in Richard Jefferson for Kobe Bryant. So I'd sell Kobe. I don't mind Kobe. But no. Actually, it depends. If you really like Kobe, move him in Devin Booker's spot. If you don't like Kobe, then just move RJ into Kobe's spot and then pick up Giannis. So really what I'm telling you guys, pick up Giannis for that backup small forward and then choose 2 out of the 3 cards. D-Book, Kobe, RJ. Choose 2 out of those 3 to start and bench and then choose one of them to cut. For me, I personally would probably cut Devin Booker. My guy Yandy here says he plays on current gen and has 40,000 MT. And why is your bench way, I guess it's not way better than your starters. There's one problem with this squad and it's Thon Maker. If you put Ralph Sampson in there for Thon Maker, this squad is so much better, it's not even close. I'd also replace Jabari Smith with Keegan Murray. And after that, I think your lineup's good. Next squad in here, sent in here by Cal. He says next gen 95K MT. Luka, Giannis, Yao, T-Mac, Embiid, and Mark? Okay, Mark Eaton has 80 Hall of Famers each. He doesn't have that much MT. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to sell Magic Johnson. You guys can hate on me. I don't really care. Sell Magic Johnson. Slide Luka to the 1. Plug in KD, 'tis the season card in at that shooting guard position. You're going to have a lot of success with him. I'm moving Yao to the backup center. I'm moving Mark Eaton to that starting power forward position. And then once you do that, there's not much else you can do. You don't have that much MT, so that's the main thing I would do. But once you sell Magic Johnson, you're going to end up with more MT, and that'll give you, down the road, some flexibility. But that's what I would do for the time being. This is going to be our last squad here. Okay, my guy says he has 1.1 million MT on next gen. And this is the squad you're working with. Okay. So out of this squad, the guys that are going to stay are going to be Devin Booker, possibly Kevin Durant, Bob Nedelecki, Daryl Dawkins, and Ralph Sampson. So the first thing you need to do, pick up Taco and Yao. That's the first thing you need to do. Slide Ralph to... All right, Bob Nedelecki's gone. So you're going to slide Ralph to that starting power forward position. Pick up Taco for the starting center position. Yao for the backup forward. And then leave Daryl Dawkins at that backup power forward position. So then your power forward and centers are already done, okay? You need a starting point guard. You're on next gen. Pick up Luka Doncic. He's a buyout. You can get him for really cheap. Try to find one that's badged out a little bit. Then you need shooting guards, okay? Look, if you need shooting guards, don't look any further, okay? Pick up Tracy McGrady. What Tracy McGrady? This Tracy McGrady, I'm hovering over the Supernova T-Mac to plug right in there for that, shooting guard position. So then I'm going to leave KD there. So you go Luka, T-Mac, KD. And then on the bench, you got D-Book, blank, and blank. And so at the small forward position, I'm plugging in Giannis Antetokounmpo. Again, if you're wondering what Giannis, I'm plugging in this Giannis Antetokounmpo. So then we got everything filled outside of that shooting guard position. And look, shooting guard position, you do have that little bit of extra MT to spend. I'm probably spending it on this card right now. Now, again, this is just my opinion. You pick up Carmelo Anthony there, plug him into that backup small shooting guard position. You spend not a ton of MT. If you have some extra MT, you can get Invincible Taco, Invincible Yao, stuff like that. Upgrade those types of players. But those are the guys I would recommend to build your squad from the ground up. Oh yeah, that is going to wrap it up for today's episode of our My Team Makeover. Hopefully you guys did get your squad featured. And a lot of these guys that I do recommend are going to be the same guys I recommended for you guys. I mean, a lot of it's just the name of a player. So if I say Yao, get the Yao that fits your price point. Same thing with Taco. I mean, if you have 2 million MT, then obviously maybe you want the endgame or invincible version of those cards. Whereas if you need them for cheap, just get the My Team anniversary sets. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are doing it. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.